everybody, this is Kevin. Thanks for joining me here at Midwest Woodcraft. In this video I'm going to be competing in another challenge. This is going to be for the Gray Wolf Survival Group over on Facebook. They have a really awesome double challenge going on over there. And you can pick 2 out of 4 possible options to do your double challenge. There is creating a solar fire with a magnifying glass or a bag or a condom or anything else that you can use to create solar fire. You can show off your water filtration and cook kits and tell why you choose those. You can take 2 large garbage bags out to a dirty area and pick up garbage. Or you can, what was the last one? Darn it. Oh, you can use any part of a tree, bark, limb, stick, roots, whatever, as a survival tool. So out here in this area, I'm on private land. There's not much garbage, thankfully. It's one of the few areas I go to we don't have much garbage. So I'm going to try to get 3 of the 4 right here on location today. And then I'm actually going to go out to another spot that I know about where garbage is a big issue. And I'm going to go ahead and collect a couple big bags of garbage from that area. And maybe try to add some pictures on here, or at least in the post whenever I post this entry, because I think that's probably the most important challenge of them all. That's a really good challenge, getting out and cleaning up some of our woods and some of our waterways and things like that. So awesome challenge, guys. I really appreciate the opportunity to compete. I hope I beat the deadline, because I know I'm getting down on it and I haven't really been able to get in the woods too much. So I'm out here today. I've been trying to shoot tons of video and get everything that I need to get done finished. So just bear with me. I'll be back with you here in a minute and we'll get started on using a part of a tree for a survival tool. We'll do that one first. Stay tuned. Well, for me, one of the simplest ways to use a tree or a part of a tree as a survival tool would be to use it to process firewood. If you don't have an axe or a saw, you can find a forked tree like this, or 2 trees that are real close together. You can use them to process your wood. A lot safer than jumping up and down with your ankle, as long as you don't fall down the hill. They can process that stuff without risking your mechanical injury. You bust it up and you can take her back to camp. Alright, I got a piece of chaga here that I carry in my flint and steel kit. Let's see what we can do here. Hopefully you can at least see the smoke there. So we'll transport this back to camp. That's why I use the fungus, because my camp is about 50 yards to my left, and so I figured I'd just use this fungus, transport the ember over to camp, and then we'll blow it into flame with the tinder bundle. Well, you can see by the time we got back to camp, our chaga is burning pretty darn good. So we will go ahead and grab we got a little bit of basswood bark here, and I made some shavings for some tinder, some more tinder. Didn't have a whole lot of basswood bark left. So here we just do it this way. I'll go ahead and I'll just put the chaga up to the tinder bundle and blow it that way until I get an ember. That way if it fails, I'll have more than one shot at it. Now I can go ahead and put my chaga back in the tin and snuff it out. Alright, so we used a tree as a tool, or part of a tree as a tool. We used the crotch of a tree to process firewood, so hopefully that passes. And then we have done a solar fire with a magnifying glass using chaga. Did that out in the clearing about 50 yards away, transported the ember back to camp here, and then made our fire. I've since scooted the fire back a little bit out of the way because it's very, very warm out today and I don't need a fire. I've been sweating my butt off already. So, so on to the last part for now. The cook kit and water filter. I don't have my notes, so I don't remember the exact wording. But basically what we were supposed to do was show our cook system and our water filtration system, our water container system, and then kind of say why we use those. So I'm going to go over that real quick. We'll start with the cooking stuff. I have an Ozark Trail. I think it's a 1.5 quart pot. I'm not exactly sure on the size. Fairly decent sized pot. It's got the handles here. I went ahead and put a cable bail on there. It's just kind of down and dirty. Not the greatest in the world, but it works. It's got a lid on it. And I keep a couple of tins in there. My coffee tins over there leaning up against a tree, but that's my sugar. So I keep my sugar and my coffee, and I usually have room for maybe a Mountain House meal on top of there too, if I wanted to cram that in there too. So I can do that. Pot's plenty good. It may be just a touch big for one person, but it's great for 2 to 3 people. It's just about perfect for that, for making coffee. The reason I use this is because I was taking classes at Campcraft Outdoors with Jason Hunt, and he had one of these, and I'd been looking at them for a while because, well, they're cheap. You know, you get them at Walmart for 10 bucks. So I got looking at his, and he swore by his, and he'd had his for a while and been using the heck out of it. So I got looking around on Walmart.com last winter and found this for like $3.65. It came with another smaller pot. It's actually probably more suitable for one person, and I'm going to start using that because I just found a lid for it the other day in my old stuff. So this one will probably be relegated to longer term campouts and for when there's more than just me, because I don't quite need anything that big just for myself. Water bottle, as far as water container, I carry the Pathfinder 32-ounce water bottle. I have got the Clean Canteen lid with the D-ring on there. I use this one because a couple years ago, it was the big hot item, you know, a few years back, 3 or 4 years ago, whatever. Everybody was getting them, and I gave into the peer pressure, I guess. But it's been an awesome, awesome kit item for me. I haven't thought to replace it because it does what it's supposed to do. It boils water, it carries water. It's 1 quart. It's really nasty right now because I've been using it on the fire. But that came kind of with a kit. It has the fish mouth spreader, which you can put down inside there. That kind of makes it handy. Most of you have probably seen that. Pull it on and off the fire with that. And it came with a nesting cup that this works with too. I'm not carrying that cup right now, but I do have the Ozark Trail stainless cup. Again, got this because it's affordable and it works. A lot of guys are carrying these around. They work, plain and simple. So instead of spending 15 bucks on a high dollar brand name one, I just went and bought the $5 Ozark Trail. I've had this one for 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Use it all the time. See, it's been in fires and everything else. Use it a lot. I think everybody in the family's got one. I've only had one over the years that I've had break or anything like that. The tack weld came off of it right here. But it was still usable. I just can't use the handle. Okay, and of course that water bottle, it goes in, this is a Condor hydration pouch. It fits in there great. My cup sits on top of it. I have a lid. It goes on the cup. Then the little pocket, I got some tea, spices, eating utensil, some iodine, just in case I do have to sanitize some water that way. And then the bush pot bag from Campcraft Outdoors for my bush pot. And that brings me to the water filter. This bag's also made by Campcraft. Really awesome wax canvas. Kind of looks funky because it was sitting in the car and got hot and the wax started to melt a little bit. But use it a little bit, they soften up, and they work really, really good. I keep my water stuff in here. Of course, here's the squeeze bag for the Sawyer filter. What I'm carrying in here is the Sawyer Mini. Let's dump it all out. I have my plunger. Here is a little bottle of bleach for disinfecting water. A lot of you have probably used the Sawyer Mini, but it's just a real small filter. That's why I carry it. It's inexpensive, it's convenient, it's handy. They're real common, easy to replace. You can find them just about anywhere, Walmart or wherever. But you can you fill your bag up with water. You would fill this bag up with water from the stream or from your water source. Screw that in the back of your filter, maybe. And then this would be full of water, of course, and you would squeeze this bag until it was empty. You'd squeeze it into your water bottle or into another container. I'm sure most of you have seen these in action. Now what I've done is, this bag here is a 16-ounce bag, half a quart. So that makes it kind of slow going. I know they have even bigger bags, but at Walmart I found this Outdoor Outfitters. This is a 1-liter bag, and it works really well too. It screws right on there. It's got the little hole with the carabiner on there. So yeah, that's what I've been carrying for the last couple years. Works out pretty good for me. This is actually a brand new filter. And all of that, I replaced it after last year, and it hasn't even been used yet this year. So this stuff's all brand new. It hasn't even been used yet. But I'm sure, give me a little time and it will definitely get used. But anyhow, that's my water filter, my cooking kit, my water container. Like I said, I carry them because they're cost effective, easy to use, easy to find, easy to replace. So that's kind of what I look for when I'm looking for gear. I want it to last. I want it to be replaced easily if I were to lose it. I don't bring a lot of stuff that's sentimentally valuable with me to the woods just because, well, I'm a scatterbrain and all. If I bring Grandpa's pocket knife or something out here, I'll end up losing it. So that's my reasoning for the items I carry. I really appreciate you guys putting on a challenge. I really have enjoyed it. Really enjoyed seeing what everybody else has done so far. And really looking forward to spending more time in Gray Wolf Survival. Seems like a really awesome group. I'm kind of a newcomer there, so I appreciate the warm welcome, guys, and definitely looking forward to spending some more time in there seeing what you guys got going on. So anyhow, this is Kevin. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you in the woods real soon.